Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to day 73 of reading 101 essays that'll change the way you think. As always, shout out to Brianna West for the text. And today's title is 10 questions to ask yourself when you don't know where your life should go next. Number one, if you had the life you think you want, what would tomorrow be like? When you imagine the life you want, rather than focus on the elevator speech, I am this, I do this, focus on the daily routine. If you had the life you think you want, what would you do tomorrow? How differently would it be from what you're doing now? What from that vision can you actually start doing tomorrow? We have to be realistic with what we want with our lives and realistic with what can I do in my daily routine to help me get there. And that's asking yourself, if I had everything I ever wanted, the dream life of mine, what would that look like? And what would the things that I would do daily look like? And can I do it tomorrow? Can I start today? Number two, if social media didn't exist, what would you do differently? Would you dress differently? Feel bad about where you live? Care about what your apartment looks like? What choices would you make if you didn't feel they were being silently policed by the faceless mob of people that lie behind the screens of social media? What would matter? What would you do? Who would you be? I feel we just have to all take a break from social media once in a while. We have to detox our social media and stop caring about what the perception of our lives will be. Because a lot of us, we only do things so we can post about it. We only do things so we can let people know what you got going on. You dress a certain way, you want to live in a certain place, eat at certain restaurants, just because you want other people to know about it. But if social media doesn't exist, if you don't care about social media, which you shouldn't care about what other people have to say, you shouldn't care about what other people post about, what you post about. Stop doing things to post about it. Stop doing things just to tell other people that you did it. Because what would you do and who would you be if it didn't matter? And it doesn't matter. Number three, if nobody would know what you did with the rest of your life, what would you do? If your life wasn't the slightest bit performative, if there was nothing you could get from doing something other than just act of doing it, how would you spend your time? What would you be interested in doing? What would energize you? Number four, if you died yesterday, what would you most regret? Forget imagining if you died tomorrow. What if you were already dead? What would you regret the most? What would you wish you had done differently, saw differently, responded to differently? This is a question that gets us thinking about the things that we're too afraid to do, too afraid to say, people that we love, that we don't want to tell them we love them because we're afraid of rejection, dreams that we want to chase because we're afraid of failure. If you died yesterday, what would you regret? What would be your biggest regrets that you didn't do? And that's exactly what you should be doing with your life now. Number five, if you could choose 5 things that matter most to you, what would they be? Whether you realize it or not, your life will fundamentally be built off the few things you care about the most. When it's not, it will feel out of alignment at best, or off the rails at worst. Fulfillment is living in accordance with what we genuinely value. What do you value in your life? Because a lot of us will chase after a dream or a career that isn't even from our own alignment. These things we don't actually value, we just think that we value them, either because our parents instilled it on us, the environment in which we grew up in. We think we value these things, but the reality is we don't. So it's asking yourself, what do you truly value? Number 6, to what in your life do you feel a subtle, unexplainable nudge? What gives you a feeling of subtle, unexplainable enjoyment? What do you like, even though you don't understand why you like it? These are the things to pay attention to. These are the things that are real. Your mind is responding to what you think you like. Your emotions are responding to what actually resonates. It's just that gut feeling of the things that we enjoy, the small things that we like doing but we can't explain why. Doing more of those things. Number 7, if you knew nobody would judge you, what would you do with your days? If you would only be praised for your work, for your life, and for your choices, which would you make? What would you do? Judgment is something that stops a lot of us from actually doing the things that we want. And I feel a lot of it is because we don't want to be judged by our friends, and we don't want to be judged by our family. Because a lot of us, we don't genuinely care what other people think. We care what our friends think, what our family thinks, and we also care what we think. Because those are the people who actually will say something to you. If they don't like what you're doing, you'll hear about it. But those random people, you'll never hear that, oh, I don't like when you are chasing after this career. You should do something else. You should switch degrees, switch programs. But it's what would you do if those people wouldn't judge you? And it's if those people judge you, should they really be in your life? Do they really care about your genuine happiness? Because if you like what you do, if you love what you do, should it really matter to them? Number 8, what are you struggling with the most right now? Interestingly enough, the things that plague you the most deeply are signals toward where you must move next. If your deepest issue is not having a romantic relationship, the next phase of your life will likely need to involve at least trying to develop that. The things that you're struggling with the most right now can tell you what you really want and toward which direction you should step. Struggles will often reveal what you need in your life, because there's a reason for this struggle. There's a reason why you struggle with love in your life. It's because you don't give yourself enough self-love. You don't love yourself enough. So in turn, it means that you won't let other people love you, and you don't know how to love other people. So it's the things that you're struggling with is the thing that you need most in your life. Number 9, what do you already have going for you at this present moment? The mantra of any major life change should always be, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. There's no other way to get anywhere. I feel like this just comes down to a lot of us, we wait. We wait for the perfect moment. We wait until we're not as busy. We wait for more money. We wait till we're less busy, less tired. But it's starting where we are, using what we have, and doing what we can. Number 10, if you had to live tomorrow on repeat for the rest of your life, what would you do? Or put another way, if you live today on repeat forever, where would you be? What would you have accomplished? Would you be thriving at work? Would you have made time for the people you love? Would you have written a book or played music or be spending your money in a healthy way? Would you be dressing like yourself and enjoying the sunrise and eating in a way that will sustain you over the long term? Your life exists in its days, not in your ideas about those days. Your habits accumulate and begin to default. Imagining that you'll never grow out of them is the fastest way to a reality check. So it's doing the things that you want on repeat. That should be your daily routine. And it's asking yourself, am I making the most out of my todays, not your tomorrows? Because a lot of us, we just wait for tomorrow. But it's using your today and living your today. Stop waiting for tomorrow to do the things that you want to do. Don't wait for tomorrow to love the people in your life. Don't wait for tomorrow to spend money on the things that really matter. Don't wait for tomorrow to chase after your goals, your dreams. Don't wait for tomorrow to actually put in the work, to actually chase after what you want in this life. So tomorrow's title is, there's no such thing as letting go There's just accepting what's already gone. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 74.